Welcome back to Bricks and Trips, and welcome back to the destruction process that is rebuilding a LEGO theme park. So today we're going to be focusing on one thing, and that's getting these base plates in order. Obviously we've already filled the entirety of the space, but today we need to work on getting the train tracks with some underlying tiles and also stripping out all this greenery here because it's stopping the train track from having underlying tiles. We're also going to be stripping this off here because whilst it is going to be built up eventually, I don't know exactly what that's going to look like yet, and we also need to get rid of some of the older bits from the old LEGO theme park as well. And unfortunately, we've got to do an awful lot of stripping off of here as well, because all of these blue tiles have got to go. If you'd enjoyed the process so far, make sure you drop a like and hit the subscribe button. There's plenty more on its way, but I can't procrastinate anymore. Let's get on this. Welcome to the LEGO Winter Village. You're part of it now. We're going to start stripping off some stuff, so here comes time-lapse time. And welcome to the floor. And let me tell you that stripping plates and tiles and cheese wedges all off these 48 by 48 base plates is finger-busting work. I'm not over-exaggerating when I say we spent nearly an hour stripping pieces off these and sorting them into piles just to be able to get them back into the inventory again. Thankfully, I did have some assistance again today. Couldn't have done it without you. And 40 minutes later, we have one clean base plate, minus a few parts on there, and also second base plate, which I'm going to keep the rest of that on there because that's where the Disney train station is going and it's where it was staying. Now that we're done sorting, just time to put it into the drawers, which I can't reach because there's too much LEGO in the way. What a problem to have. Well, now that we have adequately torn these plates apart, it's time to get going with a little bit of building. So back to the lounge we go to place a load of tiles in a line because that's a really exciting thing to do. I will spare you the time lapse of this one. 30 minutes later, the Disney station base plate is complete, along with 2 extra ones to fill the gaps. Let's go get them placed again. And once more back into the breach. I'm sure that carrying 3 base plates at the same time is a good idea, especially whilst filming. And I know that it doesn't look like much, but that is all tiled under there, which is going to help me so much. Now I have to move on to that bit though. But unfortunately that is my time with the entire house all gone, so I'm going to have to move some of the sets back into here and then carry on working. Can you imagine if I dropped this? I genuinely don't think I'd ever build it again, but I'd have to.
That's kind of what I'm hoping for.
You're so cruel. Ah, there we go. Not too bad. One piece popped off, but that's it. And another 40 minutes later, we have this mostly tiled off. We do have a couple of little gaps in here just because I don't have any 1x2s or 1x4s in this sort of colour. But that's a problem for another day because I can always take this train track off and deal with it another time. Next up, let's get this bit of water removed. And I tell you what, it really tore me apart to tear this apart. It spent so long getting all those pieces with the studs not on top technique to cover that area so nicely under Galileo Galilei, but it's a necessary change and I'm not entirely sure if he's coming back to the theme park. Now we're done taking that apart, let's get these pieces back in the drawers. And now we're back to a relatively tidy space again, which is what we do like to see as we're going through these things because LEGO's a slow process and keeping your workspace clean is a very good idea. But now we move on to 2 really exciting things, which is removing these tiles and also adding some more tiles in for train track. I'm going to see if I've got enough tiles to get all the way around this corner, which I'm hoping I might do because I do have a whole tub left still. And we are back. So thankfully still got some of these left, so I'm hoping that's going to be enough to get a nice strip along here and maybe along the back. But you can see just how many blue tiles we've had to pull off this. Hopefully not got too many of those to go. Oh wait. But for now, let's get these put away and let's get this train track placed. So I usually think it's easier to place it without the train track first, and then we can always clip that in afterwards. Hopefully everything just fits in snugly. I'm glad we did all that work to try and get it all placed nicely. And let's just get one of these just to make sure all the corners all match up as well. If I can. There we go. Lovely. Good stuff. And the other one up at the top, just to make sure it's all locked in. which is definitely not the easiest with this roller coaster in the way, but it's my fault for not working fast enough yesterday, apparently. And we can put this train track right up on top. So I've just left a couple of studs on either side just to be able to lock that down to the board, and hopefully it should clip in nicely with this bit of train track at the back. But doing it one-handed and at a distance is not ideal. But there we go, all sorted. And like I say, now let's get some tiles placed down here. I'll just do this on here. You can watch a time lapse. Hey, look at me, I can put tiles in a straight line. There's one row, and another row, and two more rows. That didn't take too long at all. These straight pieces are not too bad to put together because, well, all you're doing is putting things in a line. The curved ones are a little bit more hard work because you have to keep placing the train track down, picking it up, placing a load of tiles, putting the train track down, picking it up, and it's a bit of a slow process. But I would say that that is more than half of the train tracks tiled off now, which is great news, especially as I've still got about half a tub of tiles left as well. We've got one straight track, which is a base plate and a half down behind the loop coaster, and then a couple of corners up this end, which I will probably leave till the very end, assuming that I actually have any pieces left at all, because I think we're going to be running very low very soon. But let's just get this bit of train track in just to finish the look up at this side. I haven't bothered with adding any extra tiles in this one, mainly because I just don't think it's really that necessary. It's only a very small part of straight track, and it is still attached on both sides anyway. But now let's do the thing that I keep trying to avoid and yet keep repeating. Moving this loop coaster so I can get underneath it. Oh, I definitely should have done this plate yesterday before I had to put this back in. Maybe I should do a little bit more pre-planning and thought next time. Oh, this always gives me such jitters. It's a huge, vertical, very, very wobbly set. Honestly, of all the things in my theme park that I hate moving, this is by far and away #1 on that list. Oh, I think that might be just about enough to be able to get that plate out. It'll have to do. First off, I suppose let's get this train track unclipped again, that I've just clipped in, because again, forethought is not one of my specialties. We've got that bit of train track out, and hopefully this is just going to pop straight out first time with no worries, no concerns, no significant amount of effort. All being well. Oh god, I really knocked it. Oh, there we go, that'll do. Just about. No, stuck on something. Oh, I've locked everything in place like an idiot. Oh god. If I can just give us a little wobble. Oh, there we go. At least I'm just placing tiles for this one rather than stripping them off. Still not yet. So the question is, now that we've placed all those tiles, does it go in easier than it came out? Well, it won't do with pieces in the way. Definitely not. Right, let's give that another go. Oh, please just go in. I've got this clip around this pipe, which is definitely not making anything easier. Oh, goodness me. Let's try to give it a little bend. Oh, thank God Lego is made out of plastic. Oh, lovely. That's gone in place all right, actually. Much, much easier than taking it out, that's for sure. And let's just snap it back into place, because otherwise I'll regret that later, I'm sure. I'll probably regret clipping it in place, actually, because that seems to have been the running theme for the last few days whilst I've been trying to sort all this out. And last thing, let's try and get this bit of train track in as well. Goodness me, it's a long old reach. I never really thought about this when I was buying the table. I mean, I did. I thought, well, I can reach over 4 base plates, that's no problem at all. But then you don't consider the fact that, oh, maybe you actually want to be able to reach and do stuff over there every so often, which, oh, it's not ideal. But there we go. All clipped in on that side now. But now we are fully tiled all the way from the corner in the back, down the back straight, round this corner on this side, down the front, and all the way up until the back corners. And I'm fairly certain I do not have enough tiles left to finish it. But we'll give it a go. We'll see how far we can get. If any of you can tell me where there's some more 2x2 dark tan tiles on a LEGO pick and build wall anywhere, please let me know, because I may end up making the trip. I can say with some confidence that these plates are definitely going to be easier to remove than the last one I tried to put back. And 15 minutes later, we have another load of tiles down. Let's go stick these in the corner. And obviously this should be a nice easy one, straight into the back. Oh, sorry, I nearly hit you on the thing. Oh, I have put a tile in the way as well, just keep everything straight. Shouldn't be doing that, should know better than that, because the plates are coming back still. Well, there we go, that fits in very nicely. Let's get some more train track on here. I'm definitely only going to clip in this end for the moment, because I'm going to try and see if I've got enough tiles to do that last 32 by 16 straight over on that side. I'm fairly certain I'm not going to have enough to get into that back corner, but if that's all I've got left, I will be a very, very happy person. Because that is all the tiles that we've got left. I thought I was going to have plenty for this project, but I severely underestimated just how much train track we have across the whole of the theme park. But like I say, if we leave one corner untouched, it's not going to be the end of the world.
Hey, look at me, I can put tiles in a straight line. There's one row, and another row, and 2 more rows.
And 3 more tiles. 1, 2, and 3 for my final straight piece. I think that I've got enough tiles to do that last corner. It takes about 150 tiles to do one of these curved tracks, and I think, bearing in mind I've just taken 60 out of there may just be enough. If not, we may be doing a little bit of light scavenging. But first, let's get this placed and that other curved track back out again. And when you consider the difference between what I was previously using to support my train track versus what we are now, you can see why this is taking so much time and utilising so many pieces. It does look so much better though. Let's get this one sorted then. As expected, we have come up so close and yet so far. I need about another 30 or so tiles, and I've probably got about 15 here. And maybe about 10 back here behind the loop coaster, which was keeping it held up. So I'm going to rip them off. On the plus side, we do have some of these white tiles, which I can at least replace some of the underlying plate under here. But to get those tiles at the back, guess what? We need to move the loop coaster again. Goodness me. Oh, that'll do. That'll do for now. Just left a big enough gap where I can get these last few tiles off here. And that's it. That's every tile I've got, minus those 4 over there. Might as well grab them as well. And that really is it. If this doesn't do it, I'll be very disappointed, because we've come so close. And by some miracle, we had practically the perfect amount. We've got about 10 tiles left over, and that is it. I promise I did not plan the amount of tiles I've bought over the last 18 months. I've just bought them as and when I've seen them, been like, you know what, we need a few more of them. And eyeballing it seems to have worked. Let's get this very last train track base put in the right place. Might need 2 hands for this. You can watch me making a fool of myself from all the way back there. Hopefully this will go really well though. Somehow I doubt it, but you never know. We can remain hopeful and optimistic, I think. At least every so often. Well, the plate's gone in alright. Mine's a bit of wiggling to get the base plate in. And we also need to get some train track to put all the way in this corner. It is a long way back here. When I originally planned this, I thought 4 base plates is not all that much to have to stretch over. But you do then forget that you've got 4 base plates plus another 3 base plates hiding away into the corner. So here I am, suffering and struggling. I'm sure there's an easy way of doing this, but I don't know it. So I'll just keep on struggling. There we go. That's one side in, all connected, and the second side in connected. Let's try and get this fixed down to the base plate as well if I can. Oh, it doesn't like that one bit. Oh, there we go. That's a nice good snap. Fantastic. And there we are, all done. Nearly there. One more move on the LEGO loop coaster. A little bit of train track to put in, and then we can do the most important test of all. we can get the Disney train on there. Like I say, first things first, let's get this loop coaster back in there, and hopefully it's just going to slide a little bit more freely, because those tiles which I've taken up from underneath it were actually blocking the slide a little bit, so that was much easier than the last time I tried to do that. And we're just going to get this train track in as well, like I say. Hopefully this will snap straight in, and it's significantly easier to get up this side than getting up in the other corner. There's one side, and pop that up, snap this together. Let's see if that clipped down lovely, and that didn't feel right at all. Definitely something going wrong there. Oh, I've snapped out on this side. There we go. There we go. Lovely. There's that, and there's... Oh. Definitely something gone wrong. Don't worry, I'm just an idiot. There was an extra plate underneath. Didn't need that in the way. And there we go. That's it. One Lego train track totally completed. God, that's taken so long. As I say though, the most important thing is trialling it with the Disney train, which I think, no, absolutely is my favourite of all of the different trains that LEGO has produced. I am a fan of the Express train, I think that's a really cool one, but honestly, for the overall look and the vibes that I'm going for my theme park, there is genuinely nothing better than this Disney train station. I will say, I always forget how finicky these things are to get on the track properly, and I actually don't know if there's got any batteries in it, but I'm sure it'll be alright. Let's just get it on there and then we'll worry about that afterwards. And for those of you who are interested, because I was interested enough to go and calculate it, underneath these train tracks there are over 1,200 2x2 tiles. It's nearly 5,000 studs worth of coverage, which if you went to LEGO online to buy them from their pick and build part on their website, they are only 7p each. But if you do the maths, that means that there's around £90 worth of Lego just hiding under that train track. Of course, I did not pay anywhere near that. I bought these on the pick and build wall. I bought an entire box and then I've picked up some since, so maybe call it 2 large boxes worth. So there's about £30 that I've spent on these. But I genuinely do think it is money well spent because it's made such a massive difference to this area, and it's going to make my life so much easier when it comes to actually theming everything around it as well. For those of you that are considering getting trains, don't forget the LEGO Powered Up app, where you can control your trains from it. All you have to do is connect up by pressing the button on the actual train itself. Hopefully that whirs around and thinks that it's going to connect. And then you can get cracking and seeing whether your train tracks actually work. And here goes test number 1. Oh. I think we don't have much battery. Oh, there we go. Oh. Okay, well, it's made it around first corner. Just about made it around the second corner. This is the bit I'm really concerned about with the pipes on the side, though. Seems to have made it fine. Oh, that is a success. And this is kind of more for my benefit than yours, but the train did derail momentarily at the back, so I'm just going to double check that it's not colliding with anything all the way through the back. That seems alright to me though. Yeah, it's got around fine that time. Could have been anything, maybe I just didn't put it on properly. And with that, I think that's the end of this update. Honestly, this has taken me hours and hours to get to this stage. I am so happy to see that running around back there. Obviously, I know we've got to put some more batteries in, but that's the least of my problems right now. I can do that whenever. If you have got this far, please remember to like and subscribe. Drop me a comment down below with what you want to see me build next. I'm probably going to be moving on to some of the Gringotts vaults kind of area, because I know that I need to get those sets up off the floor as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.